Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to cross this. If I do it carefully. Okay, it's no need to be stupid. Here I go through. It was not any danger because I am at the, what you say, the brink, the shore. But if I have gone through the water there, I have been in waist deep. That's no good. I put it here. My plan was to hang it there. It was rotten. In my last video you saw when I doing the fire with birch bark and fire steel and just a knife. It was no problem. And today it's similar condition. It's no problem today either. But you can come in trouble even in winter time when you're gonna build and start a fire. Let's say for example you are close to a lake. At least here in my area in Sweden it is like this. When you are come closer to the lake or river, you're gonna see that it's gonna be less pine and fir. It's gonna be more birch and aspen. And if you should collect that kind of trees, they are more likely that a lot of them are in poor condition or half rotten and that kind of stuff. Matter in fact, I was out with Lisa 1 week ago down to a lake outside Gävle, and we had problem. Lisa, and that can happen everyone of course, Lisa failed. She had a piece of birch bark and the firewood was in bad condition and the fire went out. But then I have something extra in my backpack, and now I'm going to show you what that is and how I prepare when I use it. Guys, this is not rocket science. I know you know what this is. A piece of fat wood. But when I see people use it, they mostly do like this. take off some fat wood like that. And then I'm going to zoom a little bit. And then just put it on fire. But if all your tree, your firewood is damp and rotten, this will not be enough. The few times I need to use fat wood, then I use the whole stick. And why I use the whole stick is because I want to give the fire, the damp firewood, a chance to get dry. Because sooner or later even rotten firewood will burn, or wet firewood. But it must get hot. So I'm doing it like this. Yes, take something to smack with. This will do. Be careful, it's a rock here. Now we have a lot of small fatwood sticks that's going to burn a very long time. It's bad that we don't have that poor condition today, but I can show you anyway. And then of course I take one to have something to put on fire. Take some more. Because not always do you have this spruce, I think you call it. You may only have sticks in this size that are half rotten and wet, even in winter time. So we try them if we can. And then we start putting on those small sticks of fat wood. Not just only that shaving, because that's not going to be enough. If you only need those shavings, birch bark will, or some other kind of tinder will work nice as well. Then you don't need to waste this. And now if this have been damp, we must dry it. You put on like this. Give it a chance to start burning. This was exactly the same method I and Lisa used 1 week ago when we failed. And the fire like this, if you have, now I have good condition on my logs, but if fire like this you must babysit pretty much. And when you have started fire with firewood that are damp or half rotten, put on right from the start as many thick sticks as you can and let them dry out. But don't, what you say, smolder it, but lay it around and a lot of, so it gets the chance to get warm. Because even a half-rotten stick will burn. Half-rotten sticks can be very good if you want to have a fire that don't burn so fast. But in winter time it could be bloody hard to find fat wood when it's snow everywhere. You don't see where to look. If you don't have a nose from hell that you can smell under the snow, this also could work. If you take a lot of birch bark, this is pretty. This is not very good quality of it, but we can see if we can. Put it on fire. If you find something like this, only this will be a good fire enough to warm your hand if you are ice cold. Should we see if this quality will, if we will be able to put this on fire. It's gonna burn for a pretty long time. I can't take the time. I take it, see how long it burns. I'll be back on that. Look at the flame of this. Just only birch bark. Now it has burned for 2 minutes, and 2 minutes is a long time to warm up your fingers. I teach my friend to use a fire rod, I almost force them to use natural tinder. So they should, if they come to me with some kind of chemical stuff, Magnus, help me put this on fire, I told them to go fuck yourself. Oops. No, I don't say it like that, but why did I say that? I don't want to swear in my videos. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I say to them, first we're going to learn how to put on the fire with natural tinder. And when you are super good at that, you can have this kind of small devices in your pocket. The evil ones. If you start with this, to put those on fire with a fire rod and think you're the greatest fire rod user of all time, then you are fucked up if you come out in the bush and don't have those left. But they are good. We take two, and of course you can have to use them the same way we use firewood to let the rotten firewood have a chance to get warm. And this is cheap one, nothing fancy. You buy them at Clas Ohlson in Sweden or in Walmart, not from an outdoor store where they cost triple the price. Very cheap. Should we see if I have processed it correct? These two chemical fire starters have now burned for 5 minutes. So they work very well. But don't rely on just them. If you like to be out in the bush, it should not be so difficult to learn to put natural tinder on fire. See them as some kind of emergency. I have a little bit hard to pronounce that word. Emergency. 6 minutes. Okay, now it's time for me to take coffee, and I will say out and out and out. Now it's out.